Hey y'all! Today I'm going to fix the most annoying thing, in my opinion, about the SNES. This stupid power brick. The SNES uses a DC 10 volt 850 milliamp power supply that's center negative with a 6.9mm by 4.1mm barrel jack connector. As opposed to the way more common power supplies you'll find that are 5.5mm by 2.5mm center positive. So to avoid having to bother with all of that, I'm just going to power it with a USB-C cable, thanks to the 9V PD standard. I'll get into the details as I go, but let's get the SNES opened up. In my hand, I'm holding the USB-C PD breakout board that I'll need for this build. There are essentially two ways to go about doing this mod. One involves removing this regulator and bridging it to feed 5 volts directly from the USB-C port to the main board. I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm just going to add a 9V USB-C PD board and connect it in parallel with the barrel jack connector. This is the PD breakout board I'm using. It's configurable for multiple voltages, and I got it set to 9V, which means it should be able to supply up to 3 amps. Be careful where you source your boards, as some manufacturers might not be to spec and then your console won't turn on. I'm thinking of putting the board right in here next to the barrel jack. It's small enough to fit, and that way I don't have to worry about modifying the main shell, only this back panel. Alright, so to get started, I need to figure out which pin on the board from the barrel jack connector is positive and which is negative. I'll use my multimeter in continuity mode to figure out which one is connected to the ground plane. It's pretty obvious by looking at it, but this is just to be safe. We can see that positive is the top pin and negative is the bottom. Now I'll solder a short wire to each of the 2 pins. Black for ground, red for VCC. With that done, I'll confirm the pinout of my USB-C board and make sure it's actually producing 9V, which you can see on the multimeter. Before I get things soldered into final position, I'm just going to add some Kapton tape to insulate the main board from the USB-C board, then I'll solder things together. All done! Now to cut a hole and glue it in place. And here's what it looks like. Let's put it back together and test it. You can see it fits really nicely right there. This board is also nice in that it has a blue indicator light when it's powered, so I can tell it's working before switching the console on. I'll attach the USB-C cable, hook the video out to my capture card, and now for the moment of truth with Donkey Kong Country. It works! Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next one.